In case you didn't know, I kinda like guns. I like action movies where people shoot each other for whatever reasons. I like first-person shooter games which have satisfying sound designs, weapon models, and animations. But The Covenant of Andy and Lily is not a FPS game. It's not even about guns in the first place. Yet there's some numbnuts out there making a whole video over-analyzing the revolver in this game. I mean, the revolver does play an important role in the decay route. At the end of the decay vision in episode 2, if you choose Ashley shoot Andrew, then you're locked in a multiple dead ends route in episode 3A. If you choose the other option or you're out bullets, then you can get the cliffhanger route. But seems like the revolver has run its course in episode 2, because in 3A most of the times you just see Andrew or Ashley use the revolver to point at one another and threaten to pull the trigger.
Come on, motherfucker! Pull the trigger! Let's go shoot me! Let's go shoot me! Shoot me!
There's only one ending in 3A where Ashley actually uses the revolver for the first time also.
Die, you motherfucker! This was divine intervention.
There's also the ending where Andrew and Ashley are gunned down, stabbed, and beaten to death by a police officer. These guys all seem to use revolvers based on the audio. The story of this game takes place in the late 90s, early 2000s, so it would make sense if most police officers still use revolvers instead of semi-automatic pistols. 1 year and 5 months after episode 2 release, and the author still hasn't fixed the 3 holes issue in the cylinder. You gotta understand that many artists, when they draw coffin fan arts, they just directly copy the gun from the game. They keep drawing the revolver with 3 holes in the cylinder as well. It hurts to look at. I think I spent a little too much time talking about this. I just hope that episode 4, Decay Part 2, will not require the player to have spare ammo in the revolver in order to reach specific endings. Otherwise, half of the fandom will be pissed again as they have to replay the whole game just to get the ammo and unlock some secrets. Like when people discover that you must keep the batteries from episode 1 in order to unlock the vision room in 3A. Now, you probably click on this video because of the shotgun in the thumbnail and the title. I hate to spoil it out for you, but no. There's no literal shotgun in the Covenant of Andy and Lily yet. I mean, there's a hunting rifle, but we don't even get to see it. So instead, I'm gonna be talking about shotgun wedding and shotgun smoking till the rest of this video. It's not entirely gun related, but there's nothing else it could do. During Andy's prologue at the start of 3A, there's an optional dialogue where Lily wanted to try out smoking because she wanted to be as cool as the gangsters and rockstars that she saw on TV. That conversation somehow led to her saying that she wanted a shotgun wedding with Andy when they grow up. And of course, she didn't know the actual definition of a shotgun wedding. This dialogue foreshadows one of Andrew and Ashley's many future paths while also reflecting on their parents' past. Based on what Renee and her husband, Douglas, wrote in the time capsule that you can find during Andy's prologue in episode 3A, they probably had a shotgun wedding. Douglas' father clearly didn't want his son to marry Renee. Both of them were too young at the time, and that Renee pissed him off. Renee and Douglas even planned to kill the grandparents, which might involve demon summoning. But then Renee was pregnant, she wanted to keep the baby, and she definitely used it as a means to keep Douglas for herself. Douglas' parents are religious, and a portion is against religion, so they couldn't let Renee abort her first child. They had to let her marry Douglas. This makes me wonder if Lily learned about shotgun wedding from watching fundamentalist talk shows on TV, from her parents, or from the grandparents. Either way, both Andrew and Ashley sort of continue their parents' tradition when they become adults. As shown in Shot and Such route, Andrew considers putting a baby in Julia to seal the deal. He plans to have a shotgun wedding with her to run away from Ashley. And then you have Ashley forces Andrew to have sex with her. She views and uses sex as a way to forever trap her brother in their relationship, which is similar to what Renee did with Douglas. Andrew and Ashley just don't get a proper wedding. They also agree to abort the baby once they find out Ashley is pregnant at the end of that route. Andrew and Ashley, unofficial, illegal, of the books, and messed up marriage in the Shot and Such route is obviously worse than what their parents had. But the fact that they all tried to summon a demon, plan on killing their parents and running away, and try to live a happily ever after life as a married couple shows that Miss Ken was right. The apples don't fall far from the tree. And that is not the only foreshadowing detail that you can find in episode 3A. There are many parallel scenes all across every episode, some of which trace back to the very start of episode 1. Everything's already cooked at the beginning, but this video is not supposed to be depressing, so let's move on to one of my favorite scenes, also in the shot and such route. Andrew doing a shotgun kiss with Ashley on the couch in Carl's apartment. Shotgunning, shotgun smoking, shotgun kissing refers to the practice of one individual forcibly blowing smoke into the mouth of another while kissing. There's a common belief that the term shotgunning may have originated during the Vietnam War, where soldiers used actual shotguns to smoke weed and other drugs. Why? Because they were bored and war is hell. If you have watched enough Vietnam War movies, then you would definitely know that one scene from Platoon where two guys practice shotgunning, which is really erotic for some reason.
Feel good?
Yeah, it feels good. I got no pain in my neck now.
Feeling good's good enough.
But what does that have to do with the shotgun kiss in the company of Andy and Lily? Those are the kind of movie scenes, game scenes that make you wonder what the fuck you're watching. Platoon is a movie about how bad the grunts had it in the Vietnam War. There are people killing, dying left and right. And then there are two guys essentially smoking weed using a shotgun. The Company of Andy and Lily is about the toxic codependent relationship between two siblings. They commit every crime possible to survive. But at the end of the day, sibling kissing and being intimate are what horrify people the most. Without knowing the full context behind those two scenes, you would just think they are absurd, weird, and degenerate. On the contrary, if you do follow and understand what these characters have gone through up to that point, you may start to realize that nothing really matters to them in that moment, so they just say fuck it and indulge in questionable activities. On the other hand, I like to imagine Andrew and Ashley smoking weed using an actual shotgun. It would be funny if someone can edit that scene. I think I might know what to do next. And you reached the end of this video. I hope you learned something after watching whatever the hell I tried to come up with. There won't be any coven video talking about guns and kissing for approximately another year. So stay tuned until then, I guess. Goodbye, have a good weekend, and don't attempt to do any of the things that you've seen in this video, especially with your family members. I'm out to fix my sleep schedule.